Let's go ahead and just move one down to the 4 spot because sometimes those role players are really important. So let's see what that has going for it.
All right, let's go to power forwards here. Ooh, a lot of names that you guys will definitely recognize. Merc, Jarcity, Peroxide, Putback, and Can't Swing. Those are your top 5 guys. Then under them, you got Sloth, Stay Mellow, Roach, I'm Dope, Glowski, and Mac Reborn. Coach, I gotta say, I like this list. I think the coaches are too low on Putback. I'd probably put Putback at number 2, just based off how good that No Tolerance team has been, and he's been a huge part of how great their defense was. That's not to say that Jarcity and Peroxide aren't playing as well. It's just that, Jarcity did just kind of get kicked up by his team. Peroxide is good, but that Liquid team is kind of imploded. I would put Putback in 2. And there we go. Yeah, Guns and SIGS, they agree with me as well. Zero Dark ENG, is Dietrich a 4 or is he at 5? I don't know. He might be at the 5.
I think
be prepared. Dietrich is on one of the lists to come. He's not on the power forward list though.
Yeah, that's an interesting question because I think sometimes Dietrich does play the 4, but he always is in that 5 slot whenever it comes to loading into the games. But I definitely agree. Putback, that's a bit low in my opinion, but he is in that top 5 where I do think he belongs. Merc and Jarcity, in that vote, it's close for who's number 1. But like I said, I think Putback needs to be closer to that number 1 spot.
Zero Dark ENG says throw it in the trash. He's a 4. He plays for me. Well, it's not my list. Go yell at the coaches. You will see Dietrich on a list in a little bit. So don't get too mad. I promise that your guy will be on there. But for the coaches poll, yeah, Merc, Jarcity, Peroxide, Putback, Can't Swing. It's not bad. I would definitely put Putback number 2 though, or maybe even number 1. Depends on kind of how you feel between him and Merc. But I think Putback is a little bit too low. He was really good in the biggest tournament so far. All right, so that's power forward. Let's jump to shooting guard. Let's go to the 2. This one is very interesting. I like this one a lot. This one's definitely going to get the chat going a little bit. It might make him a little bit mad. But here's the shooting guards. Glizzy number 1, Johnny Red number 2, Glenn number 3, Benzo number 4, and then tied for 5th, it's Witness and Trey Dallas. Also receiving votes, Yo J Gill, Ty ESGN, Lavelle Cole, It's Latin, and Finessed. I like this list. I actually haven't gotten a chance to watch a lot of Johnny Red yet this year, so I can't totally say if he's been better than Glizzy. I've gotten to watch a lot of Glenn this year. I think his spot on this list is definitely deserved. Benzo's been good this year too. A little sad to see Yo J Gill not on the top 5, but I understand why he's on here. But yeah, kind of like what Anki says in the chat, I'm not mad at this. I think that this is a decent shooting guard list, especially for this time of year. I'm sure it'll adjust as we continue to move through the UPA season. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I don't have many opinions on shooting guards itself. I mean, we could base this. We could try to base this a little bit based off of the $30,000 tournament, and Johnny Red and Glizzy both were in the finals overall. But this is going to be based on what coaches have seen since that tournament with pre-draft. So I don't have a lot of opinions on it, but I do think that that's 2 good choices for the top 2. The other 3, don't know a lot about them. I know the names, but would like to see more before I make my comment.
Well, I like the top 3 here, kind of like what Zero Dark ENG says. I like Glizzy, Johnny Red, and Glenn. I think those have definitely been the top 3. How you fill out the rest of the list is kind of up to you, but from a shooting guard perspective, I like it.